So, welcome to the discussion 2021 oral paper, right? I share the screen. Uh, okay, so this is the page, first page of the paper. So 2021 O level. So first we'll move on to the first question. So to which of the following organizational level does the human heart is belong? So I'll give 1.5 minutes. So if you're already done, you can put the answers into the chat box. Okay. Please put the answers if you have already done. Neither. So otherwise, I cannot assess you. Right. If you finish, you can put the answers into the chat box. First question. Yes, super. So you can put the answers. Yes. Right. I think most of you putting the answers. Neither. Right. Very good. So we will move on to the questions. To which of the following uh, organization level does the human heart is belong? Okay. So we can know in our textbooks they are mentioned the some organization levels. Okay. The organization levels usually first the basic step is the cell. Okay, so the basic step is the cell. Then the cell is more to the tissue. Cells will form tissues. So much of cells collect together, then form a tissue. Okay, then tissues it will be form organelles. Okay, so the most of the tissue collect and they form the organs. Okay, organs. Okay. Then organs will be collect together. They form a system. Then organisms mean the human or another animal, the organism. Okay, right. If we take a cells in the heart, that cells we call as a cardiac cells. Okay, so usually the heart muscle cell. Okay, so these heart muscle cells, they will the cellular level. Okay, this is the cellular level. Then they will form a cardiac muscle tissue or heart muscle tissue. Right, that is the second level. The third level is cardiac muscles tissue will be from the heart. Heart is the organ. So the heart is the organ level. Then heart and other blood vessels collecting and they form what? Yes, cardiovascular system. So the cardiovascular system or blood circulatory system, that is the system. Okay. Then so much of system collect together form a organelles. Okay. So the heart is a organ. Okay. Answer 3. So how many of you got this answer? Super. Well done. Okay. All right. Now we'll move on to the next question. Okay. So question number 7. Question number two, so not 7. Question number 2, how many of you grade 10 students here? Please raise your hand. Grade 10 students. Grade 10 mean the new grade 11 student. New grade 11. Yeah. I think you all know about this question, eh? Right. Okay, try to find out the answers. So I will help you. Okay. Okay. This is little bit grade 11 art. Okay. But we can get the answers. Okay. So usually the basic knowledge you can get this answer. So hydrocarbon contained in the LP gas. So hydrocarbon mean the carbon and hydrogen. Okay. If there is any compound made with the carbon and hydrogen, so we call as a combinations with carbon hydrogen compounds we call as a hydrocarbon. Okay. So hydrocarbon can carbon and hydrogen combine together to form some compounds. Okay, right. එතකොට hydrocarbons, we have several hydrocarbons we are using in our daily lives. So one of the hydrocarbon is the LP gas. LP gas means any whatever the gases you are using to cook in your home. So this is the LP gas. So inside the LP gas, there are two main hydrocarbon is available there. So usually the basic knowledge to the basic knowledge as well, you should know that gases, okay? One is the gas. Yes, that is the one is the gas. So you can find out that things in your textbooks. I will show the page number. Uh, okay. Right. This is page number 154 in the grade 11 book. Okay. So the LP gas and another mixtures contain what they have propane and yes, butane. Okay. So propane and butane. So what is the answer now? Yes, answer number 2, propane and butane. Okay, so you can find out here propane, butane that is contained in the LP gases. Okay, so that little bit grade 11 question. So don't worry about the new grade 11 students. You will know about these things later. So now move on to the question number 3. I think this is easy question for you. So amount of work. So you need for a amount of work. So please find out the answer as soon as possible. Yes, super. Most of you did neither. Yes, easy question. Right. So we'll move on to the theoretical part. Okay. So I will show the textbook notes. So here, this is the work, energy, and power. So this question is based on the work. Okay. So how we can find out the work mean? So work is if we use some forces. Okay. So there is some displacements will be happen. So magnitude of the force and multiplications with distance or displacement to the same direction, we will call it as a work. So work, now we can tell the work is equal force multiplied by, yes, distance or displacement. Okay, displacement. Now, how we can get the force? Force. Usually how we can get the force? Force, we know force is equal. Force කියන එක force equal ළමයි MA නේ, or F equal MA නේ. So we can put here MA. Then multiple by displacement. එතකොට displacement කියන්නේ මොකක්ද? It is අපි කියමුකෝ measure, they're asking about the unit. So what is the unit for displacement is meter. So what is the unit for force? Force we can find out the MA. So here M is kilogram, then A is ms minus 2. So this is the unit for force. So we will put here kilogram ms minus 2. Then how we can get the final unit? So kilogram meter square and per square second. So this is the answer for the work unit. So here I think that answer is here in the answer number 4. Okay, how many of you got that answer? Okay, well done, super. Right, now we'll move on to the tissue part. I think grade 11 students as well, they may learn first unit. They finish the first unit. So I think you can do this question number 4 now. Okay, now onwards you can do the question number 4 about the cardiac muscle tissue. So try the questions and send the answers within 1.5 minutes. Yes, super. You all doing neither. Okay. Anyway. Okay. So this is belong to your first unit in the grade 11. So this should be the clear cut idea. You should have a clear cut idea about the 3 muscles. One is the cardiac, one is the skeletal, another one is the smooth. Okay. I think several times we discussed these things in our paper class when we start the paper class neither. Right. So I will move on to the textbook pages. So page number 400 and so don't worry about this page numbers. This is the Mage PDF. This is grade 10 and 11. Both books are collected together to form a combined page. Okay, so that is easy for me. Right, now we move on to the muscle tissues. Okay, there are muscle tissue. We have 3 set. So smooth, skeletal, and cardiac. So we should know each and every muscle tissue features. Usually, smooth muscles, they are single nucleus. They have single nucleus and spindle-shaped cells. Okay, and the smooth muscles, basically, where they located. Smooth muscles තියෙන්නේ කොහෙද කියලා දැනගත්තොත් if you know where they located, we can tell something about their mechanisms of again how they control with our nervous system, or we can control ourselves or not, neither. So where are they located? Usually මෙයාලා අපේ initial inside glands, they are located in our internal organs. Most of the internal organs is occupied by the smooth muscles. Okay, so so these none of these smooth muscle tissues we cannot control by most of the time. We cannot control by our own decisions. That means this is involuntarily. And these are the, if you take and see under the microscope, there is no cross marks, cross striations. Okay, so this is not striated. Okay, so no striation. So this is about the smooth muscles. But if you move on to the skeletal is the cylindrical, unbranched, but multicellular So you can see so much of nucleus in one cells. Okay, right? Then they have striations as well. Then we can control the skeletal muscles with our own. Now they ask about the cardiac. So we will come to the cardiac muscles tissue. If we take the cardiac muscles tissue, this is the one only branched. These are the branches. So these are the features only having cardiac muscles tissue branch වෙන nature එකක් තියෙන්නේ cardiac muscle, and you can see in between the muscle cells there is a dark color area that's called as a intercalated disc. Okay, intercalated disc are present in the cardiac muscles tissue. Okay, right. Then they have striations. Can you control our heart with our own decisions? අනේ දැන් මට මහන්සි නතර වෙන්න මගේ heart එක අනේ දැන් බෑ දැන් ගැහුණා ඇති නේද දැන් නතර වෙන්න. So can we control that? No, we cannot control that නේද ළමයි. So it is involuntarily controlled by our nervous systems. Okay, right. Now we move on to the answers. Okay, one by one. So cell is mononucleus. ඇත්තද? Is that cells are mononucleus or not? Yes, mononucleus में. So you can see me if we take one cell, maybe in one cell now. If I take this one cell, only one nucleus is there. Me, this is the nucleus. So this is mononucleus. One cell have one nucleus. That is correct. But they are asking about the not a characteristic feature. The answer is not one. So occurrence in the intercalated disc. Yes, we saw there is intercalated disc as well. Then cells is branching. Yes, branched cells. Yes, that is correct. Act involuntarily. No, we cannot control voluntarily. So heart is a major organ in our heart, in our body. If it is failure, most of the time people will be end up with death. End up with death. Okay. So these days I'm getting training in forensic medicine. That means that forensic medicine can adhikarana vaidya vidya. So these days I am training that part in my medical field. Okay. So yesterday I did a postmortem. We did a postmortem with my boss. So postmortem we saw the heart. We cut the heart. So inside the heart there is some embolisms. Embolism means there is a gas will be enter into the blood circulation. So that gas will be go and form embolize. Then we saw that things. Okay, right. Then blood clots. Other thing is a clotting mechanism. Blood clots, if they go and block the heart valves, not the valves, heart made small vessels, coronary vessels, they will get the cardiac arrest or heart attack. Then they will end up the life. So that is not with our control. That is involuntarily control organs. Okay, right. Now we move on to the question number 5. Send me the answers. Sorry. What is the answer? Yes, most of you find out the correct answers. So what is this? Yes, what is this seed? Most of you know these things. This is horror. This is horror. So in the horror, the seed, they have some wings. Oh, so it is going travel from one place to another place using this wind. So the transmissions of these seeds will be dispersed by wind. Okay, so this is for this question. So by looking at the seeds, you can tell there is wings like structures. So they will help to go by wins. Okay, right. So that is a easy question. So answer 3. Now we move on to the question number 6. I'll give 1.5 minutes. Put the correct answers. Okay. So they are asking about the what is the following quantities uh, increasing uniformly with the constant acceleration. So we should know about the acceleration. So I will move to the question acceleration. So acceleration is equal dif difference between the velocity changes or velocity changes divided by the particular time. Okay, so the acceleration is okay, acceleration is directly proportional to the velocity changes. Okay, velocity changes. So if we go with the acceleration, uniform acceleration or constant accelerations, we can see constantly increase in the velocity. Okay, so increase in the velocity will be constantly increase. Okay, right. So the constant accelerations will be given increasing uniformly the velocity of the object. Okay, so distance එකක් වැඩි වෙනවා ළමයි. But why the distance is not for the answer? It is not increasing by uniformly. නේද? Uniformly වැඩි වෙන්නේ මොනවද? Yes, velocity. අර distance එක අපිට කියන්න බෑ uniform the velocity වැඩි වෙන්නේ කියන එක. But velocity is directly proportional. So velocity changes will be increases. Changes කියන්නේ velocity එක වැඩි වෙනවා. Right? Now we move on to the question number 7. So find out the answer and send me. How many of you got this seasonal? There is a seasonal flu like sore throat and fever, runny nose. This symptoms will getting more people. So how many of you got these symptoms recently? Within last 1 or 2 weeks? Yes, yes, yes. There are some students as well infected. Yes, there's මාර විදිහට ස්ප්‍රෙඩ් වෙනවා ළමයි කියන්නේ. So recently one of my colleagues he had that symptoms and when I talk with him and for a small time then only I also got infected. I also got the disease. Right. Okay. So try to find out the answer. Okay, sorry, there is a phone call from my senior doctor. Okay, right. So, what is the answer for question number 7? Yes, most of you got the correct answers. Okay, I will discuss. So, what is the following is equal in this potassium and calcium. So, they given the potassium. Okay, they are given the symbols. I will get these things in the next blank page. So potassium mass number 14, sorry, 40, not the 14. So it is 40 and it is 90 atomic number. Calcium 40 mass number, but atomic number is 20. So how we can find out this number of proton, number of neutron, and number of electron? So I will get number of proton, electron, and neutron. How we can get? So usually the mass number is equal to their proton plus neutron, and their atomic number equal to their number of proton. So here atomic number 90. So here atomic number is 20. So number of protons are 20. Okay. So usually this if these atoms is neutral one, okay. So if it is not an ion, it will be equal number of proton to number of electrons. Okay, so it is 19 and electrons are equal to 20 here. Okay, right. The number of proton plus number of neutrons will be given by the mass number. So we can use the mass number here 40 and atomic number is 90. So if we can divide, we can minus 40 and 90. So it will be give how much here? Is 21. Here in equal 20, sorry, 40 minus 20. So here number of 20. So what are the equal things we can hear? I think they are asking the equal things. So equal thing in number of electrons are not equal. Now we can see here number of electron 90, here 20. So that is not equal. Number of neutrons also not equal. Here 21, here 20. That not equal. Number of the electron plus electron and protons, no. Sum of the electron and proton, that also not equal. But the sum of the proton and neutron, that is given by the mass number. So both of them have same mass number. So proton plus neutron sum total, it will be given 40, 40. So that is same feature for these two potassium and calcium atoms. Okay. Right. So answer for this question is answer 4. So how many of you got this answer, Lamai? Okay, super. Okay, right. So which of the water having the cooling agent remove the excess heat? Right. So we can move on the question number 8 as well. So find out the correct answer for question number 8. Carefully read the questions and try to find out the answers. Yes, most of you got the correct answers, neither. Right, super. Yes. Question number 8. So they are asking about the properties of the water. So we should know what are the properties of water and main properties. What are the main properties of the water? Okay. Right. So let me share the screen. So I will share the water properties table. There is a table in our textbook, so I will go for the table. So let me share the screen, right? So you can see here, so in our textbooks, they mention a table. So these four properties, very important specific properties of the water. Okay, number one is it is a good solvent. Okay, then it is a good coolant. Okay, it's a good coolant, and other one is they have high cohesive and adhesive forces. Then differential expansions in freezing. Okay, so these are the some features of the water. Okay, specific properties of the water. Now they ask about the coolant property. So we will consider the coolant property. So read carefully this chapter. Okay, so coolant property due to the high specific heat capacity, that means amount of the heat needed to increase the temperature by 1 Celsius in 1 kilogram of mass. Okay, so the body temperature does not fluctuate quickly with the changes in environment. Okay, so that is the coolant property of water. What they are telling Lamai, then I will tell in the layman term. Okay, lazy the cure. Okay, how it is they are what they are describing. So if you take 1 kilogram of anything, okay, anything, you have to increase the temperature by 1 Celsius now. Okay, you need some amount of the heat. So if you how much energy or how much energy need to increase this temperature by 1 Celsius in 1 kilogram of mass object. That will be we call as a specific heat capacity. Okay, heat capacity. Okay, right. So we can take it is as a 4,200. Okay, kilo joule kilogram per Celsius or per Kelvin කියලා දෙනවා. Okay, this is 4,200. That means if we take a 1 kilogram of water, if you want to increase it by the 1 Celsius, you need how much energy? 4,200 joule. That is a large number, very big number. So usually this amount of energy, if you want to take this much of energy, they definitely there must be the large energy supply නේද? So එහෙම නැත්නම් මේ water එකේ heat එක increase වෙන්නේ නැහැ, temperature එක increase වෙන්නේ නැහැ. So what will happen? They will remain in the same temperature. ඒ හින්දා so it will be help to cool and property. And otherwise, then if we our body, okay, if our body uh, have අපි දැන් අපි කියන්නේ අපිට දාඩිය දාන we are sweating නේ නේද? What will happen? The sweating, the water will be evaporate from our body. Usually the sweat will be evaporate. So when they are evaporate, they will bring so much of heat from our body. Why? So if they want to neither go out, they have to absorb the heat. Okay, so that properties will be given to our body. Okay, right. So property of the water causes to be a cooling agent to remove excessive heat generated in automobile engine. Engine එකක් තියෙනම් තියනවලු. එහෙනම් engine එකේ heat එක අයින් කරන්නේ water වලින්. How? They have high heat capacity. නේද? ඒතකොට එයාලා heat එක අයින් කරනකොට they will carry so much of energy from the with the water. නේද? So high heat capacity is the answer. So answer number one. So how many of you got this answer? Okay, super. All right, now we'll move on to the uh, okay. Question number 9, I will discuss later. Okay, 10 as well, I will discuss later. Now we'll move on to the question number 11. Question number 11. Give me the answers. Within 1.5 minutes, you can send the answers. Okay. So send me the answers. They are asking the sodium chloride mass containing the 100 cubic centimeter. Okay. They are given the concentrations 1 mole per cubic decimeter. Yes. Okay. Right. So the concentrations and volume is given here. So first we should go, I will go for the question. So what is the connection? So connection between the concentration equal the number of mole divided by the volume. Okay, first we will put what are the things we know. We know here the concentration and the volume. Okay, right. So what is the concentration? It is 1 mole per cubic decimeter. Okay, right. Then what is the mole here? We don't know that. So usually this symbol we are using here, C equal N divided V. So this is N. We don't know. So what is the volume here? Volume is, they are given the volume V is 100 cubic centimeter. But the problem is, here they are mentioned by the cubic decimeter, but they are given the volume by 100 cubic centimeter. So we have to convert this cubic centimeter into cubic decimeter. So how we can do that? So 100 cubic centimeter, we have to multiply by 10 over minus 3. So then it will be converted into decimeter. Then we can multiply by, then we can find out the N. So how it is find out? So 1 mole per cubic decimeter. Now it is multiplied by 100, multiplied by 10 minus 3, 10 over minus 3 cubic decimeter. So cubic decimeter and per decimeter to be cancelled now. So how much it is given now? Then it will be give number of mole. So 100 multiplied by 10 over minus 3. That means 100 is divided by 10 over 3. That means simply we can tell the N equal 100 divided by 1000. So 0, 0, 0, 0 cancel and 0.1 mole. So they are not asking about the mole. So first I can only find out the mole, number of mole in the sodium chloride. Okay, they are asking about the mass, but they are given the clue for mass, neither mass of the sodium chloride. Okay, molecular mass. So we can find out molecular mass. Right. So very good. Now they given the mole, so we find out the number of mole here. So now we move on to the mass. Okay, how we can find out the mass? Mass divided, yes, molecular mass equal to the mole. It will be equal to the mole. Now we know the mole, okay? Then we know the mass number, molecular mass. How we can find out the molecular mass? They are given here molecular mass in sodium chloride. One sodium is how much? 23 and one chlorine is 35.5. So 23 plus 35.5. So how much it is? 23, 35.5. So 5, here 8 and 58.5. Okay, that's right, 58.5. That is the mass number, molecular mass. Okay, sorry, molecular mass. So number of moles also 0.1. So I will put here 0.1 mole and mass, we don't know that. Then divided 58.5. So if I multiply by 0.1 by 58.5, it will be give how much? 5.85 gram. So it will be finally given by the 5.85 gram. So I think the answer is included in the third answer. So how many of you got this answer? Right, super. You all got the idea, ne? Right, well done. Okay, right. So this is the pattern how we can do this calculation. This is easy way. So first, using this concept, C equal N divided B, then find out the number of mole, and then you can easily go for the mass. Okay, right. I will move to the next question. Okay, right. Now question number 12 and question number 13. So you can do these two questions using this diagram. Okay, so the diagram is given in here. So I'll give two and a half minutes. That is enough. So 2.5 minutes is two questions. Okay, please send the answers. Otherwise, I cannot go for the discussion. So please send the answers for question number 12 and 13. Okay, super. Okay, this is regarding the female reproduction system. So basically, we should know about the female reproductive system parts. Okay, so I will use this diagram and I will show there should be the ovary where the ovum is produced. So this QP is represent the ovary. Okay, then the ovary should be travel to the female reproductive system. The traveling tube we call as a fallopian tube. Okay, fallopian tube, and this is the place where the sperm and sperm and egg is meeting. Yes, if usually the ovum is produced by here, so it will be put into the fallopian tube. Okay, so fallopian tube has fimbria like this, finger-like projections. So fimbria we call it as a fimbria. They will carry this egg into the fallopian tube. Then sperms, where the sperms will enter. So this is S, that area we call as a vagina. So sperms. So in the human, penis will be inserted here, and the sperms will be deposited here. These sperms will be, millions of sperms will be coming through the, yes, then we have cervix here, and this R is called as a uterus. Then it will be, and they will go to this fallopian tube. So both fallopian tube, they get these sperms, and where they meet with the ovary or the ovum or egg cells with the sperms, they will fertilize in inside of the fallopian tube. Then they will carry that fertilized egg into the uterus, and they will develop it as a baby, never fetus, right? So S, R and S. R is vagina, okay, and R is uterus, S is the vagina, okay, uterus and vagina. So answer number 1, okay, right. The ovum fertilized with the sperm in, where they fertilize. Yes, I already told where they fertilize in the fallopian tube. Okay, so that is represented by the Q. Okay, right. How many of you got this both correct? 12 and 13. Okay, super. Right, all of you got correct. Neither. Right. Now we move on to the question number 12, 14 later, because that is coming under the question number page up a grade 11. So most of the grade 11 new students also there. So I think we cannot do these things. Okay. And question number 15 also we will discuss tomorrow. Okay. Right. Now we can go for the question number 16. Okay. Right. find out the answers and tell me what is the answer for question number 16. I will give 1.5 minutes for each student. So please try to find out the correct answers. Question number 16. Question number 16. They are given the mass 22 gram. Then we have some clue for molecular mass. Then they are given the Avogadro constant. Now they are asking the number of molecules. Number of the molecules. Okay. I didn't receive any answers. Do you need more time? Okay. Right. Few answers are there. Okay. I will go for a discussion. Okay. So the easy concept, among always I am telling this easy concepts. So try to catch these things. Okay. So when there is a number of molecules, it is equal number of mole. Write down these things. Number of moles. Okay. Number of mole multiplied by Avogadro constant. Okay. So number of molecules will be equal to number of mole multiplied by the Avogadro constant. Now we have to find out the number of mole. So mole is how we can find out mole equal mass divided by molecular mass. Molecular mass. So here, what they given? The mass of carbon dioxide is 22 gram and molecular mass we can find by carbon and oxygen. How much carbon mass? 12. Oxygen mass is 16. So carbon dioxide molecular mass we should find out. How it is molecular mass? CO2 molecular mass. They have one carbon. So carbon molecular mass is 12. Then oxygen molecular mass is 16, but there is 2 oxygen. So molecular mass is equal 12 plus 16 multiplied by 2. Then how much? It is 44. So then we can come to this equation. So the number of mole will be equal. They are given the 22 gram. So 22. So I can get 22 divided by molecular mass, that is 44. That will be give the number of mole. Okay. Then I will apply this number of mole here. So I have to find out the number of molecule. So it is equal 22 divided by 44. And I have to multiply by the Avogadro constant. They are given here 6.00022 10 over 23. So this all together they are represent the number of molecules. Okay, right. Now, what is the answer? 22 divided by 44 and multiplied by 6.022 10 over 23. Okay, right. So answer 1. So how many of you got this answer? I got 3. Yes, 3, 4, 5, 10. Okay, okay. So, right. Now, Uh, about urea, chemical fertilizers, we will discuss tomorrow. And okay, so I will go for a question number 19 now. Question number 19. That's also some physics calculations there. Okay, question number 19. So try to find out the correct answer. Next skip questions will be I will discuss tomorrow. Grade 11. This year, all well students will be joined tomorrow. Neither. Okay. Right. Question number 19. Try to find out the correct answer. Okay. Do you got the idea? The answers. Yes, only one. Yes, that is not a difficult, yeah? It is easy one. Okay. What they are given here, they are given the mass of the jackfruit, 10 kilogram. Yes. Then they are given the height of the jackfruit, how much height, how much displacement occurs there. Okay. Right. Then they are given the gravitational accelerations as well. Okay. Then they ask how much velocity when the jackfruit will be, how they when they touch with the ground. Okay, so this is the scenario. Now there is a jackfruit. Okay, imagine there is a jackfruit. So the distance should be travel 5 meter. Okay, the height is 5 meter. Then initially its mass is 10 kilogram. So what is the initial velocity? Initially, it is at the rest. So initially, it is 0 ms minus 1 velocity. Now we have to find out how much velocity when they hit on the ground. So now this object is in the high position. Okay, compared to our ground level. So this object is in the highest position. So the highest position, they have stored, due to this gravity, they have stored some amount of energy. What is that energy we can call? Potential energy. Yes. Now this jackfruit have potential energy. So potential energy of jackfruit. So that will represent by mgh. Okay. So what is the m is mass. So they are given 10 kilogram. Then yes, what's the G? That is the 10 ms minus 2. Then H is 5 meter. So we can find out the energy, or we can find out the potential energy of this jackfruit when it is positioned in the highest place. Okay. So 10, 10, and it will be 500. 500 joule. Simply we can tell it is as a joule. Now we know the potential energy. So when this object is falling from the height to the lower part, from higher place to, it will be fall into the lower part. So it will be create now kinetic energy. So we can find out kinetic energy of jackfruit. So when they are falling down, they have kinetic energy. It will be represented by half multiplied by mv square. Now we know what is the kinetic energy should be there, half multiplied by 10, why the mass is 10, but we don't know the velocity. So I will put it as a v. So we can simplify 5, it will be give 5 v square. Yeah, right? Now, what is the concept is here? How much potential energy stored in the jackfruit? It will be completely converted in the kinetic energy. So finally, the potential energy should be equal to the kinetic energy. Okay. So we can put the values here. So what is the potential energy? It is 500 joule equal. Now joule, no need to put joule here. It is 500. Then what is the kinetic energy? It is 5 multiplied by V square. So we can find out the V simply. Now 500 equal, we can divide it by 5 V square. Then it will be given 100 V square. So we can put the square root for here. So it will be give V equal 10 ms minus 1. So this is the easiest way to find out this velocity. So final velocity we can find by the kinetic energy formula. It will be 10 ms minus 1. Okay. So answer 2. So how many of you got this answer? Please raise your hand. How many of you got this answer? Okay, only few neither. Okay, right. So please note this concept. Okay. So potential energy, it will be equal to the kinetic energy. Okay. Right. So now I will move on to the next question. Now we move on to the question number 21. I will give 1.5 minutes. So find out the correct answers. Question number 21. Yes, few of you done neither. Yes, superb. So they are asked the equivalent resistance. Okay. So we have to find out how to get the equivalent resistance. So equivalent resistance we can get how they are attached here. So there are two type of uh, resistance will be arranged. One is the serial manner, other one is the parallel manner. So serial manner is one after one. Okay, one after one, that is serial manner. So here they are have 1, 2, 3, 4. I will take one if it is by R. So another one is R, R, R. So equivalent, how we can get the equivalent? It is equal R plus R plus R plus R. So it will be give 4R. So that is the simple way how we can calculate the equivalent in the serial manner. Okay, right. Then it is 4R. Here I will put it is as a 4R. Okay. Now this manner, number two way how we can find out there are serial and parallel manners are there. Okay. So one serial and two of them parallel together. Okay, right. So how we can find out the equivalent by this parallel area. So if I take both of them are R, so equivalent is equal 1 divided R plus 1 divided R. So it will be 2 divided R here. Okay. Then this is 1 R. Then okay, right. So here total equivalent it will be this R and this area how much it is 2 divided R. So R plus 2 divided R it will be give the total value. Okay, right. Now we'll move on to the next part. Next one is here there is a three parallel. Okay, three parallels and one serial. So if I take all them as parallel 3, if I take R, this is R. So this R is serial known problem. We can take the sum and these three together. How we can take 1R, 1 divided R, 1 divided R plus 1 divided R. So R, sorry, here equivalent varadine. Sorry, method equivalent in it 1 divided R with equivalent. Okay, so 1 divided R dash kilagamoika R dash. So it will be give like this. So 1 divided R dash. So R dash if we take it is R divided 2. Okay, so finally it will be R divided 2. Okay, so here how much equivalent? 1 divided equivalent. Okay, right. So 3. 1 divided equivalent. So equivalent will be here R divided 3. So here this area it will be represent R divided 3. This is R. So serial manner we can take R plus R divided 3. This is the total equivalent in this circuit. So which one is the now greatest one? 4R is greatest one. Neither. And R divided 2 plus R on the look R divide R plus R divided 3 then. Which one is greater? R divided 2. Look, we lay that on. Right. Okay. Then R divided 3, it is small. Okay. Right. Then we have only parallel manner equivalent. So how we can take the equivalent here? I can take equivalent 1 divided equivalent will be easy 1 divided R plus 1 divided R plus 1 divided R plus 1 divided R. So here I will take all of them as a R. Then 1 divided 4R, 1 equivalent, then equivalent will be easy R divided 4. Okay, so which one is the very smallest one now? Very lowest is the answer for. So how many of you got the answers? Okay, so we finished the half the paper. Okay, I mainly focus on the grade 10 questions. Now I will give 10 minutes interval. Then after 10 minutes, you can fresh out and you can take a cup of tea. And after 10 minutes, you can come back to the class again. Okay, right. Thank you. We'll meet after 10 minutes. Sir. You all came back neither am I. Right. So shall we start the discussion again? Okay. So right. So we will move on to the next few questions. Okay. So we have another half an hour time to discuss this question. So I will share the screen again. Right. Now we move on to the next set of questions. Question number 22. You can do the question number 22 with me. So I'll give 1.5 minutes. Please find out the correct answers. Yes. What is the answer for question number 22? So which one is the mainly contribute to our homeostasis in our body? So they are skin, kidney, and pancreas. So see, we will see. Oh my God. We'll see one by one how what is the kidney is doing in our body and what is the skin is doing in our body: skin, kidney, and pancreas. Okay. So what is this pancreas? What is the homeostasis කියන්නේ? That means in our body there is a constant internal environment. Okay. ඒ කියන්නේ අපේ human body එක ඇතුලේ there is a constant නියත internal environment. කියන්නේ අපි outside කොහොම change වුණත් අපේ inside body එක ඇතුලේ ගොඩක් වෙලාවට constant environment එකක් තියෙනවා. Okay. So most of the system will be work for this constant internal environment system එකට. හරි. එතකොට skin එකට ඒකට contribute එකක් තියනවාද? Yes. Skin has a contribute. How? They will produce the sweat. Sweat. The sweats have what? Irons, urea, so much of things. So they are important in our homeostasis නේද? අපේ ඇඟේ තියෙන ions, urea වගේ දේවල් remove කරලා so they will help to maintain a internal constant environment. Okay, so his skin is contribute to homeostasis. Kidney you already know. Kidney also is excreting urea. Urea will go out නේද? Then it will be help in productions of RBC or red blood cells production, helping by the kidney by producing some hormone like erythropoietin. Okay, so RBC productions, the urea excretion, maintain our body pH. So much of things will do by this kidney. So kidney also important in homeostasis. Then pancreas, how they do it? It is involving in digestion of our foods. But other than that, pancreas will be produce some hormones. What are the hormones? Insulin and glucagon neda. So that will be control our blood glucose level. So pancreas will be important for maintain our internal blood glucose level. So pancreas also involving in homeostasis. Homeostasis is constant body internal environment. So skin correct, kidney correct, pancreas correct. So all A, B, C correct. So how many of you got this answer? Okay, super. Right. Now we move on to the question number. Okay. So we'll do 23 later. Okay. Now we come to the 24. Which one is the answer for question number 24? These are some practical things that you can see the questions and you can practically where this happening either you can imagine neither. So there is a battery and there is a bulb neither. So directly battery is connected to the bulb. Okay. So there is no any additional things there. Okay, in the A. But in the setup B, what happened? There is a bulb and there is a serial manner. There is any resistor, neither resistor. Okay, so the definitely the brightness of the A is higher than the B. Why? There is a resistance. So this resistance, the resistance will be take some amount of the voltage. So the remaining voltage will be only going to this bulb. So if it is 10 volt kiyamuko, so sometime it will be take 5 volt. So only 5 volt will be taken by this bulb. But here, if we give 10 volt, the whole 10 volt, it will be given to the bulb. No issue. Okay. So the A, definitely, the brightness will be high. So in the C, the 10 volt we given, but nothing will be go through this bulb. Why? The battery has any additional pathway. So they will go that pathway and complete the circuit, but small amount of the uh, electricity will be go through this bulb. So very less brightness on the C. So more brightness in the A and a little bit less in B, but more less in the C. So answer should be answer 1. So how many of you got this answer as a correct answer? How many of you got? Only 1. Okay. So this electronic part, these are not very hard things. So you can find out uh, clearly answers by looking in practical manner. Either. So if we connect the serially, connect the bulb and resistance, what will happen? Resistor will take some amount of the uh, voltage. Either. So remaining only part will be going to the bulb, right? So we will move on to the question number 25 as well. Uh, find out the correct answer for question number 25. Yes, very easy question. So they are telling several allotropes form there for one element and one allotrope form conduct the electricity. So we'll move on to the textbook note. I will show the this part and you can easily catch the answer now. Then we move on to the carbon. My God. Okay, you can see the screen now. Ne? So carbon, it is has a two allotrope forms. One is the diamond and graphite. Okay, so this crystalline carbon. Okay, so diamond, graphite, and fullerene is the new version. Okay, so full diamond, graphite, and fullerene. So this diamond, it is not conduct the electricity, but this graphite, it will be conduct the electricity. Okay, so here this arrangement, physical properties, we can see diamond is very high density, but this graphite is less density, but the electricity transmissions or conduct the electricity is can be graphite. So graphite is a good conductor of electricity. Okay, all right. So these things will be determined. This answer should be carbon. Okay, right. Answer A, 1. So how many of you got this answer? Good. Now we move on to the question number 26 as well. This is regarding the grade 11 questions. Okay, so I will explain here. A is recession of sensors. Okay, the B is maintain the body balance. Then C is the control the rate of heartbeat. So which one is the doing by the cerebellum? Always consider the cerebellum. අපි කියන්නේ කුඩා මොලේ in our brain, small brain කියලා කියන්නේ brain එකේම යට තියෙන there is a small brain like structure නේද? ඒකට අපි කියනවා cerebellum. So that cerebellum is mainly important for the maintain the balance. Okay? So the balance කියන වචනේ ඇහෙන තැන you should know cerebellum should be there. Okay? So this is the very famous mnemonic cerebellum balance. Okay? So the answer B. Okay, don't worry about the news grade 11 students. This is a little bit hard hard question why you don't know about these things, but in the future you will know about these things. Okay, right now question number 27. This is belong to grade 10 part. So try to find out the correct answer as soon as possible. As soon as possible, if you find out the answer, put into the chat box, then I can see, then I can go for a discussion with your mistakes or whatever the things you are doing there. Only few of you send the answers. What about others? Please send the answers. Whether your answers is wrong or correct, no issue. I'm not scolding. All right. Okay, super. So the rate of reaction. So this is depending on the rate of reaction lesson. So first rate of reactions is increase with the temperature. Yes. Why? When we increase the temperature, okay, if we increase the temperature of the particles, okay, what will happen if we increase the temperature? All these particles have some basic kinetic energy. Okay, so when we increase the temperature, what happened? Their kinetic energy will be go up. So they have more capacity to move. Now, initially, if we consider the 20 Celsius temperature, they have less mobile nature. Then 30 Celsius, they have more kinetic energy. So they will move more. Okay. So this is will be due to this increase the kinetic energy of each particles. Okay. So when the kinetic energy increases, the collision between these particles will be more high. So it will be produce more products. නේද? අර concept එකක් තියෙනවානේ මේකේ when they want to make some products, their particles will should be their reactant particles should be colloid each other. So these collisions will be helpful with this increase temperature and increase kinetic energy. So first one is the rate of reaction increase with the temperature increases, that correct. And the kinetic energy of the reactant particles increase with the temperature increase, that also correct. I explained that. So answer 1 for a question number 27. Sorry. So how many of you got this answer? Okay, super. Right. So question number 28 also we can do. They are telling about the Archimedes principles. So we know about this. So try to find out the correct answer. All right. The first one, the ship uh, cries in, cries in, sea sink more when entering the river. The river and sea water, they have density different එකක් තියෙනවනේ ළමයි. River එකේ තියෙන particles, river water එකේ තියෙන particles වලට වඩා there are more particles in the sea water නේද? So particle කියන මම මේ කියන්නේ මේ එයාලගේ they have what? Sodium, potassium, such things are more in the seawater. So there is a definitely density difference. So Archimedes, what he told, this upthrust, he told this upthrust is equal to the weight of the water displacement. So it is, we can given by the V rho G. Volume, rho is density, G is the gravitational acceleration. So upthrust, hereafter we can take upthrust equal V rho G. Okay, so upthrust is depending on the volume of the volume, and G is the density and G is the gravitational acceleration. So due to these different densities, so we can see the shrinking and all these things. Okay, that correct. That is explained by the Archimedes principle. Then balloon filled with the helium gas moving upward through the air. Yes, because helium gas is less density, so it can be go up with the normal air, in the normal air. So that also can explain the Archimedes principle. Then what about the next one? The floating or sunk, floating the sunk orange seeds. It will be sunk when the yes, sugar is dissolving. Why? When we dissolve the sugar, the density will be changes in the liquid. Neither. So they will be change their things. Then lifting a large mass by a hydraulic pump. No, this is about the hydraulic pump, hydraulic pressure. So this is not about the Archimedes principle. So the fourth one we cannot explain by the Archimedes principles. Okay. So answer 4 is the correct answer. Okay, how many of you got this answer? Okay, right. So question number 29. Karang balan. Question number 29. Send me the answers. Yes, this is a diagram cylindrical concrete. Okay, so indicate A, B, C, D points. Okay, 4 points are there. So they are asking what point is the which at which force can be applied to the cylindrical suitable to direction of the roll up. We have to roll up it. So the it should be go like in this direction. So in this direction now, අපේ force එක apply වෙන්නේ මේ තැන් වලින්. Movement එක තියෙන මේ තැන් වල. So our force should be very far away. And a far away area එකක තියෙන force එකක් දෙන්න we can use A point or we can use B point. So both A and B are correct for this question. So you can consider A correct or B correct. Okay, both are correct. Right. Okay. Right. Now we move on to the these things next. 30, question number 30 we will discuss later. Okay, question number 31 also we will discuss tomorrow. And 32 tomorrow. Why this is a little bit about grade 11 things. Okay, 33 also grade 11 things. Okay, right. Okay. Most of these things are belong to the grade 11 things. Okay. Yeah, we can go for the question number 37 to 40. So, yes, with the general idea also, you can use this here and you can find out the answers. 37 to 40. So the table also there, all the questions are there. So try to find out the correct answer. So if you finish, you can put the answers into the chat box. Eh, New grade 11 students, do you need a theory class? Do you want to learn theory with me? So if you want to learn theories, I can arrange a theory class for you. Otherwise, I plan to stop these grade 11 paper classes on the March first week. Okay, because they have second week exams. So then I have a space for another class. So if you want, you can I can arrange a theory classes from the beginning. To until finish your exams, we can continue a theory class, and then we can go for grade 11 papers, purely grade 11 term test wise papers after the theory complete. Neither. Right. So if you want, you can put into the chat box or you can put message to the my WhatsApp privately. Okay. Right. So I'll move on to the questions. So question number 47, 37 and to 40 based on the information in the table. Okay. So method of the energy obtained or lighting devices, cooking equipment used in 4 houses. Okay. So first house, A house, solar cells, they are using the light. So CSL bulb they are using and LP gas cooker they are using. B, they are using national electrical grid. Neither. So and filament bulbs and electrical heaters they are using. Okay. In the cooking equipment. So then electric generator is used in the C house. Then fluorescent lamp they are using and kerosene stools they are using for the cooking. Then biogas unit in the D and biogas lamp they are using in the light sources and firewood they are used as a uh, cooking. Okay. Right. For energy obtained method, which house is only the non-renewable energy sources is using. Non-renewable කියන්නේ ළමයි when we use one time we cannot it correct generate again and again. So which one is that non-renewable one? The solar කියන්නේ මොකක්ද? Solar cells they are using the sunlight නේ. Sunlight when we are using it will be finished or not? Nah. Again and again sunlight will be given නේද? So solar is a renewable one. Non-renewable නෙමෙයි. එහෙනම් B house එකේ national electric grid එක. National electric grid එකේ how they are produce the electricity by the kinetic energy of the water. එතකොට water movement එක අඩු වෙන්නේ kinetic energy එක we can renewable ආයෙත් use කරන්න පුළුවන් that water නේද? Then electric generator they are using some amount of the diesel or petrol. So diesel petrol use කරාට පස්සේ ආයෙ renewable කරන්න බෑ. So the non-renewable sources are used in the third house, C house. Okay, right. Non-renewable use energy obtained method. Generator the generator එකට දාන්නේ diesel or petrol things නේද? So that is depending on non-renewable. Right. Now, which of the
Excuse me,
use
sir.
of, yes,
Sir, can't we take the biogas unit?
yes,
I
biogas
think
we can produce. Then biogases කියන්නේ මේ usually we are using other garbages and other parts of the අපේ kitchen out take down parts and vegetable parts and other all the garbage things we collect together as a biogas. Ne? So biogas we can produce daily produce. But then if I use 1 liter of the biogas cylinder, okay, if I proceed that all the method again and again, I can produce that 1 liter again after some time. But if we use 1 liter of the diesel, okay, can you produce that 1 liter of the diesel again? No.
no, sir.
No, so that's why we telling that is as a non-renewable one. But biogas, if you use one biogas liter cylinder, then next month, if you make arrange all the things, all the necessary things again and again, you can produce the biogas neither. But you cannot produce the diesel petrol because that the thing we are now suffering. The our world in our world we have some limited diesel petrol things are in our underground. So if we use all the things within a short period, so next generations they don't have diesel petrol. So that's why now the people are moving for other sources neither. Now we are using talking about the electric vehicle the way neither. So what are the most famous electric vehicles? Tesla, and Tesla or the well famous, they are doing researches on the electric vehicle. Why? We are shifting to the separate energy sources. Okay, that's a problem, right? So, which of the house, question number 38, which of the lighting devices largely contribute the uh, pollute soil and water when disposed to the environment? Which bulb is causing more harmful effect in our nature? Usually, CHA bulb, CF, CFL bulbs, they are causing more harmful and filament bulb now, no issue. And other one is the fluorescent bulb. So this A and C bulb are very, very causing harmful effect to our environment. So here the answer should be A and C. Why? They have filled with some amount of the gases. Okay, when we broke this light, the gases will be and other chemicals will be released into the environment. It will be very harmful effect for our environment. Okay, so that's why we are asking to not to dispose the CFL bulb and fluorescent bulbs into the environment. Neither. Right. So, question number 39. Which of the house is cooking equipment that minimal contribute the pollute air inside the house? Pollute air inside the house. Minimal. يعني air pollution එකක් නැත්තේ මොන ගෙදරද කියලා අහනවා. air එකක් produce වෙන්නේ නැහැ ළමයි electric cookeries වල නේද? So if we use biogas, definitely there is a flame. ගින්නක් තියෙනවනේ නේද? kerosene stools වලත් නේද? තියෙනවා ගින්නක්. Firewood they have a fires neither. But electric heaters they have no fire neither. They have no fire. So they have only heat by circuits neither. So the minimal contribute the pollute air is P. එක හොඳයි. But we will get large electric bill neither when we use the electric heaters, cookers in our homes neither. Right. That's the problem. Okay. 40. What is the house taken more practical solution to the electric and the fuel crisis? Which form is more practical? මෙයාලා A house, they are using the solar cells. Without a lighting වලට no issue. But they are cooking වලට they are using the LP gases. So every month they should buy a LP gases. So their living cost is very high. That is not practical thing. So A house is bad. B, they are using national electrical, so they have to always pay for electric bills. Then C, they are using generator, the diesel things neither. So their lighting cost is very high. Current eකට යන cost එක වැඩි. But kerosene stools they are using, they have to buy kerosene නේද? kerosene කඩෙන්න ගන්න වෙන්නේ නේද? So kerosene they have to always buy. So D house, D is a very practical house. They can produce the biogas. We also can produce the biogas inside our homes. Neda. So if we can produce the biogases, neda, we can use the biogas lamp. There is no cost there, cost effective. Then firewood. Firewood do not lamai, we can find out if you have any forest near to your homes, neither. So you can easily find out access to these firewoods, neither. So the D house is more practical house, depending on these two lighting devices and cooking equipment. So how many of you got this all correct? No one there. Okay. So you can make mistakes, but you can correct them with these answers. Okay. Now I will stop here. So we will discuss remaining MCQ questions. I think we have only few MCQs. So tomorrow I will go for a structured essay questions as well. So take structured essay questions with you. So more focus on, I will tomorrow more focus on grade 11 part. So try to join this year, this next month is O-level examination students. You all must join. So because the last 5-year papers are very important papers. We did few, we have to do another few papers. So definitely you will get these questions again and repeatedly in your papers. Okay. Right. So thank you for your joining. We'll see you tomorrow.
Thank you, sir. Good morning, sir.
Good morning and welcome.
Have a great day. Have a great day.
Thank you.